my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a March refresh. So I'm setting up my planner, I'm setting goals for myself, I'm checking in on how I did for my goals in February. So if that's something that you enjoy the kind of planning and setup and all the stationary things, then I hope that you will enjoy this video. I'm going to kind of talk through some clips that I already filmed when I was actually working on my planner. I didn't get a chance to filming this piece of it on the same day, but we'll talk through it. So the first thing that I like to do is start with the actual calendar spread. So I'm first marking down all of the dates that my boyfriend is going to be traveling. He travels for work on a very regular basis. So I like to have those in my calendar so I know when he's going to be here, when he's going to be gone. You know, it impacts like my grocery shopping for the week and like, you know, my personal plans. So I just like to mark that down. And then after that, I'm taking the 18th off of work for a long weekend. No particular reason why, other than it's, you know, my goal is to take one long weekend every month at least. So I needed to find a day in March, and that's what I decided to do. I'm also marking down that Survivor starts. I am an avid Survivor fan. I've watched Survivor since I was a little girl, and so I'm marking down those dates. And I watch it with my dad. So we call each other after the episode airs and just kind of talk through it. It's a fun thing for us. And then the last thing that I am putting on the actual calendar is the property tax filing is opening up. So I live in Minnesota and we have an opportunity to file for a partial refund of your property taxes. And you can't start filing until the 15th. So it's a little bit different than the federal and state taxes, but wanted to remind myself of that. And then of course I'm putting my key on the side. So throughout the month, I like to keep track of a few different habits that I'm working on. They do coincide with some of the goals I have, so that at the end of the month, I can track, you know, how many days I worked out, how many pages I read, whatever else may be. So before we start with the March goals, I thought we would just check in on my February goals. I can tell you right now, February did not go as I planned, but you know, it is what it is. So let me pull, here we go. So my first goal was to do 10 workouts throughout the month of February. I got 6 in, so not as many as I wanted to, but it's still, you know, better than nothing. So I'll try again to get a little bit higher. I wanted to make a clothing donation, and I just never got around to it. I don't know. The month just flew by for me, so I didn't end up getting that. I have everything pulled to the side and like in a stack. I just need to bag it up and actually bring it to the donation center. I wanted to read 160 pages out of my book, and I did really bad at this. I only read 52 pages this month, so definitely need to increase that if I'm trying to finish a book by the end of March, I think, so, or early April, so I really need to kind of like kick it into high gear for that. I wanted to journal 24 days out of the 28 days in February. I only journaled for 10, so again, really low this month. I don't even know what was going on. I just felt like I was really, really busy and just kind of a lot of things happening. So just wasn't focused on any of this. I wanted to spend one-on-one time with a friend. I did do that a couple of different times, having like girls' nights, and that was fun. I wanted to post 10 videos to YouTube, and I have done that successfully. So that feels great. I made a master calendar for myself, and it's been really, really helpful for me to know when all the project updates and kind of like recurring series I do on my channel are up, because they have different time frames, and it's just been working out really well for me. And the last goal is I wanted to, I'm tracking my alcohol consumption this year, and I have kind of this like rule for myself that I only want to have 2 alcoholic beverages on work nights. So if I have to wake up in the morning and work, it's considered a work night. So that's typically Sunday through Thursday. And there were 3 nights where I went over that 2-drink limit. So maybe I had 3. One of them was Valentine's Day. My boyfriend and I split a bottle of wine. So when we split that bottle of wine, I ended up having 3 glasses instead of 2, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. 83% of the month though, I was within that limitation I set, and I don't even drink every day. So pretty easy, but it's still interesting to track. A few items on my to-do list that I did actually get done: schedule a day off in March, which I just talked about. prep my taxes, and then also send a couple of Valentines out, which was kind of a fun thing to do. So February, most of my goals I didn't really reach. Some of them I did okay with. Let's talk through the goals that I set for March. The first one is I'd like to get 12 workouts in throughout the month. I have found a few different things, different videos and series on YouTube that I like to do that can supplement my weight training. So I think that's something that's pretty reasonable. I mean, I haven't even broken 10 a month yet, but I think we can get there. I would like to read 190 pages. That is a little bit of a stretch goal, but I really, really am kind of like I'm into my book, but I'm not a reader. So I need to just remember you actually enjoy the storyline, go get, 10 pages in here and there. And I think I can meet that goal. I'd like to journal for 20 days this month. I found that last month, the days that I journaled, I definitely noticed like a different sense of clarity, or just was good for me. And so I just want to make that a little bit more of a priority going forward. I'd like to spend one-on-one time with a friend twice this month. I know I have a virtual date with a friend of mine because we live in different cities to do like a happy hour. And then maybe I can do something in person with somebody too. That would be kind of a fun thing. The last one is financial related, and I do post financial videos on my YouTube channel if you're curious, but I'd like to work on my emergency fund and get it to 80% completed. I'm working on saving up to a certain dollar amount, and I track it in percentage with you guys. On my to-do list this month, donate clothes, actually do it this month. The property tax filing, schedule a day off in April. I also need to schedule a vet appointment for my cat, Miko. I got a reminder email that he's due for his checkup. And then I also, after the end of the month, need to set aside some time to sit down and review my quarterly accomplishments. I set some annual goals for myself this year, and I'm trying to check in on those quarterly so I can see where I'm at, where I maybe need to like recalibrate to. But those are the big things that I have going on in the month of March. So I also have written out my video schedule. I plan to post 10 videos a month to YouTube. That's kind of like a pretty standard thing, but something that I'm still working on, of course. So that is kind of what I have going on for March. I like sharing with you guys. It's really straightforward. Helps me stay a little more accountable, I think. So let me know down below what your monthly goals are, and then we can check in together in April to see if we accomplished them, how the month went. I'd love to kind of get to know what you guys are working on as well. So let me know in the comment section. But that's going to be it for me today. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope springtime is coming for you soon. I'm looking at a sea of snow outside, but it is warming up and getting sunnier, which is really, really positive. I was tired of the cold gray days. So that is going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.